They put out the day in Vegas lineup. I wish I was there.
Wasn't that yesterday though?
No, it starts today.
Oh, it starts today.
It would happen when I leave Vegas. Such a tragedy.
Did you even know that it was happening when you booked them tickets?
Unfortunately, I knew, but I already had booked my ticket months in advance.
I'm trying to see how this can go real quick because it's confusing me because they say Kendrick Lamar is supposed to be performing. Oh, okay, I got it. It's from the bottom up. I got it. That's from the bottom up.
This is our story. Yeah, it started over. Yeah, it started over.
You got sleep apnea like a motherfucker.
Bro, what the fuck is that?
I know, because I have that. So,
Y'all ready to start or what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What the fuck is up with the motherfucking businesses? Cold Hard Facts Podcast, episode 172. I am DNA, the only one, and only, of course.
Dang, you ain't gonna introduce us?
No, bro, you been introducing yourself the longest, bro.
We've been gone so long. We thought they care. It's alright. He don't care
Enough
about
to
me.
be here, so there you go.
He don't care about me.
That's Martin Madness over there fake crying.
Watch your mouth.
I ain't say nothing bad.
What you talking about,
Exactly.
Brian?
I ain't scared you.
You just dropped.
I ain't scared you, you big bad.
You oversized toddler.
You talking about I'm oversized. You got about 100 more pounds,
It's an
6
oversized,
more inches over me.
You're
What
an
are you talking
oversized
about?
toddler. You're an oversized toddler.
My arms ain't short, bastard. How am I oversized toddler?
But you kind of short.
You kind of tall. Shit.
I ain't kind of tall.
Anyway, my name is Silky Johnson. This ignorant bastard is Martin Madness.
Come on,
That silent fool over there is DNA. Welcome to the Cold Hard Facts Podcast.
Probably the funniest intro and the best intro we had in a while. I'm proud of you, boy.
Yes, of course. So, anybody want to go first on this?
We apologize for not being around the last couple weeks. Scheduling conflicts. Nothing really going on in the music industry. Niggas got jobs.
Yeah,
You know, niggas got responsibilities and we be fucking too. So, you know, we don't be having time.
We be fucking our women. Because he just said we be fucking. He had to correct that.
With protection. Sometimes.
Maybe.
Not me. I've been on mine too long.
that means just, okay.
Not me. I've been on mine too long. Yeah.
Well, that don't really matter.
Sorry.
Whatever.
You want to lie to them?
I'm just...
Are we promoting dishonesty?
Some of y'all been knowing y'all people for a week. Y'all be fucking around. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, there's something wrong with y'all.
Y'all
Y'all type of motherfuckers that don't go to the doctor for like 5 years. I'm talking about you niggas. Because women go to the doctor almost every few months. So,
man, come to find out y'all got pancreatic cancer and everything. Y'all ain't.
y'all had it for years. Y'all be wondering why them coughs ain't going away.
Man. Why you got that itch that can't scratch?
No matter what you do, you done tried everything. You done tried Dove. You done tried Old Spice. You done tried Irish Spring. You done tried...
You done stole your girl,
you done-
Vagisil.
You done tried Bronner Brothers. You done tried everything. You don't know.
You fucked around and probably tried bleach. I know y'all nasty.
I hope y'all didn't do that. That shit gonna fall off.
Possibly. He's not okay. That's probably happened to y'all.
Alright.
Be careful what y'all say.
Anybody want to talk about this Travis Scott travesty first?
Wow. That was the most unincidental dad joke. Travis Scott tragedy. Travesty. Travis Scott travesty.
Okay, well, I'll start first on that shit.
I would have. But let them know that.
You ruined it already. Go ahead, please.
So, I'm guessing 300 people were injured, 8 people died.
I thought 9 people. I heard it was a 9th person.
It was 11.
Nine?
It was 11 total, and the last person they found was a 10-year-old boy.
Damn.
Oh, shit. Well, sorry. They corrected the facts. But in my personal opinion, like I feel like, of course he's not gonna do this shit anymore. He's not gonna do this damn.
I hope. I don't know if they're never gonna. All jokes aside, I
The festival, they're definitely not gonna do this again.
They might, but
No,
they're probably gonna have. They're probably gonna end up having. They're probably gonna make it. If he comes with this proposal again, they're probably gonna make sure that he takes better safety precautions because everybody wants to blame him for the entire thing, but he's not solely to blame. If he's to blame for anything, whoever he was working with that hired this security staff and this medical staff, they need to be the ones who go the fuck down. But it's not just the people who were running its fault. It's also, you gotta put some responsibility on the people that you invite to your shows. Like, people that paid all this money for these tickets and they come in there acting like they ain't got no home training. Like,
don't say the people you invite to your shows because he didn't invite them personally.
That's not what I mean. I mean, if these people are paying money to go see him, fine. But that don't mean that no responsibility don't fall on them. Like, carry yourself how you would if you were somewhere. Like, yes, we're all here to have fun. And however you have fun is however you have fun. But be safe while doing it. Motherfuckers just lost all sense of who the fuck they were at this concert. You seen how they tore down the little barricades and shit.
Okay. Have y'all...
I'm not real barricades. From cheap ass...
Have either one of y'all been to a Travis Scott concert? Yeah.
No.
No.
But what that got to do with anything?
I'm just asking.
No, like, but I've been to enough concerts to know that there's a way you run, how you run things in an organized manner. And the fact that I still believe it does come down to the security because, granted, that's a big ass crowd of people. But the fact that you didn't even, why didn't you fully staff that shit? And why didn't you have that shit kind of sectioned out where the security's in between all this shit? And it's like, I understand COVID and all this shit, but you already know how this shit's gonna go on the concert. Ain't nobody really gonna be turning up with no damn mask on, getting hot, overheated. Motherfuckers gonna be body to body, close like this, like how we are, in a sense, if not more, times 10 packed. But you didn't staff up for that. And I'm pretty sure no one have a problem with you hiring the staff for that.
And then another thing, whether it don't matter who concert it was, we talking about him specifically. You've been to one of his shows. Yeah. You know he encourages all that jumping around and jumping on people shit. He encourages that. But how could he have known that this time it was going to be like, oh, motherfuckers dying in the crowd? Right. He didn't know that was going to happen. He carries every show that he does like this. Right. So, exactly. Exactly. But
I think around the time, one of his first tours with Young Thug, he was, that was like what was that shit called? The Rodeo tour. Mm-hmm. And he was basically saying, yeah, jump off the balcony. Make sure they gonna catch you and shit like that. It was a concert like that. He was like, it was I don't know what city that was he was in, but he just said
he be
yes.
telling the woman, man. Like,
I understand that he's like, it's just
you be trying to encourage people to literally hurt themselves. Like, it's cool to have fun, but don't tell no grown ass person to jump off the fucking balcony,
man.
Cause they so lit and twisted, they fuck around and actually do it. Motherfuckers don't be thinking for real when they be at these concerts. They be off liquor and weed and whatever the fuck else they put in their body.
Don't convince that nigga that somebody gonna catch him. Nigga, what? I might not. If you say,
I don't care what. I don't care what he talking about. I ain't catching shit. If a 200-pound nigga falls from this balcony, I ain't moving. You know what happens when 200 pounds fall from that height?
You gonna hurt yourself.
You gonna hurt yourself and whoever the fuck you land on. Stay your ass up there.
Yeah.
But like I said, we gotta also put some responsibility on the people that were at the show. Cause it's like, I understand that his shows are like this, but come on now. Motherfuckers be all types of high and drunk at these shows. Like, they're not thinking about that type of shit. There were people in the crowd who were telling people, like, stop. Motherfuckers is passing out. Motherfuckers is not responding. Like, y'all need to stop. And motherfuckers just literally were ignoring him.
He also had stopped his show.
Oh, no, he's done that before.
He stopped his show during somebody passed out. And whoever had passed out, they had got carried away onto a stretcher or whatever. Also, like, I've been to what's the ASTROWORLD tour, and it wasn't as like it was like that
was more so of a controlled environment because y'all was inside.
Yeah,
there was more risk to injury. in there than outside.
Exactly.
You know, but
it was like I think the floor. I know they was doing mosh pits. The floor, but none of us ever thought about jumping off of the fucking balcony. None of us did.
And the thing is, they can talk about big crowds all they want. And Lala was probably one of the biggest crowds we had in a while, or probably one of the most consistent large crowd events. And that's concerts all over.
Right.
You ain't hear nothing about no deaths. I really heard about anything about injuries.
Mm.
Yeah, we're going to break down to COVID didn't even have that many outbreaks, if any.
Mm.
You got to think about that shit. So there's ways to go about this shit. It's just, this shit was just kind of fell to the wayside.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers just like let them be loud. They probably overthought about how Travis's ASTROWORLD concerts go. Thought, oh, they just being real bosses. They ain't trying to do all that. When they really should have thought about it, like, no matter what, if you see some shit out of line, you might want to step in and fix that shit.
Yeah.
Shit was ridiculous.
Also, like some of the people they got that died, I heard they was injected with something.
That shit was on some easy shit.
Which is crazy, and somebody did like actually report. Somebody, I guess a fire marshal or something like that, did say he did get pricked in the neck or with something. It looked like when he got examined, he did get pricked in the neck. They did see he get pricked in the neck. So, which is super crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. But also they were saying Travis Scott was promoting a lot of demonic shit, which is like, I guess you could say that, yeah. So,
but it is a tragedy. We at the Cold Hard Facts podcast, our hearts go out to the victims of that event. We hope that has opened people's eyes to safety at these concerts. It's cool to have fun, but you also must be safe while doing so. Please be mindful of the people, not only the people that you came with, but the people around you.
Man, you never know. You never know how it's going to turn out. Nothing's ever promised.
Like a lot of those, all them bodies in one area, all that body heat and all them drugs and all that liquor and all that shit. That shit ain't a good combination. Like I said, it's cool to have fun, but just be responsible while doing it, please.
Oh, yes. Safety is a motherfucker.
Exactly. Okay. Y'all wanna let's talk about something on better note. Summer Walker's album. Yeah.
It's diss tracks in London, but he produced most of it.
She said he did. But I don't know. As far as that, I don't know why she's running around here saying he had nothing to do with the album. When if you one of those people that look at the album credits, a lot of people don't. But if you're one of those people that do, you see his name is somewhere on the majority of those songs. So he did something.
Yes, he did.
Even if he just added a snare, he did something.
Because you don't want to get that nigga credit.
She don't, because she not dealing with him no more. But it's just like, all right. And women don't care about that, because at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily make him look stupid because he got paid for that, I'm sure, but it kind of make him look stupid because it's like, damn, bro, like all these beats you gave her and she's literally tearing you apart,
man,
on this album. Like,
she real life took it.
And she wasn't necessarily just tearing him apart. She came for every aspect of his entire being. Came for him, came for his mom, came for his other baby mamas. She was going for the juggler when it come to him.
I feel like he feels like he's going to get paid regardless.
I mean, yeah, he's being, I guess, an adult about it. I don't know. But as far as her, she's...
I think young. She said something about Young Thug. Also, I can't remember what lyric that was. Because I think Thug had posted a picture on his IG story saying "fuck Summer Walker."
Wow.
And then he took it
down, but somebody screenshotted it.
Right, yeah. London also put it on his. It's saying "fuck her" also. Yeah.
I mean, they homies. They been homies. came up in the game together.
Right, yeah.
You know.
Most of the tracks together kind of got them transcended.
As far as the album itself,
not bad.
it's not bad. I can't say it's better than Over It, but
it's definitely not better than Over It to me.
But you know, it's not about what we think. It's about what our wonderful fans think. So if they think that shit is
94% of the women in the population,
yeah,
they got Tink music right now.
Yeah, that's a little biased, but okay, we're gonna go with that. No, I'm not saying that's a little biased. You know, we're men. That album was made for us.
No, there's men that can somewhat relate to it.
No, yeah, of course. But I'm saying like, see, it's hard to.
I have a homegirl tell me that she's like, she posts on her Snap. She's saying like, if you really think about it, the pop. I mean, I'm gonna say the podcast. The album itself, is like, is really gender neutral. It can go either way.
Oh yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We real life know that most of the women are gonna heed to that more than the men are, because men, we do like R&B, but like we're not gonna go through every message.
What did I tell you? What I was just gonna say was,
go ahead.
That album. See, it's hard to judge R&B albums by women as a man. You wanna know why though? Not necessarily for how the quality of the music or the lyrics and nothing like that. It's really the message behind it. Because you can agree that some albums by women, a lot of women albums that women make aren't made for us. They're made for women. We can listen to it, but the messages and the shit that they talk about is shit that we don't.
I can agree to that.
Yeah, we don't. That's not for us.
Because honestly, I can't really like sit through a whole Meg Thee Stallion album. I can listen to maybe the first 3 to 5
I'll just
songs.
It's like listening. It's almost like listening to Dirt. Like women can listen to Dirt, right? But at the end of the day, that music technically ain't made for them. It's made for niggas. Like, just be honest. That music is made for niggas.
Right.
Honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like girls is where the fan base is the strongest at, but it's made for them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely has a different base for it.
So that's all that means. That's not saying that we can't judge it. Of course we can judge it, but we can't judge it wholly because it's not made for us. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. It's like listening to Beyonce's Lemonade album. That's not an album for men. Yeah. That is a woman-empowered album.
But you damn Skippy, I listened to that one that had Kendrick on that verse.
I told y'all the story about that one time me and my girl got into it. She played the whole album in the car. I was sitting there shook. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
So, but as far as the album itself, it's not better than Over It, but she provided a solid album. It will probably be in my top R&B albums of the year, so I give it about an 8. I gave Over It a 9, so I'll give it about an
8. 8 also, yeah.
Psych.
I only like I mostly like the second half, like from I want to say Circus.
Although I don't know why she's proud of being the 4th baby mama, but you know.
She's not even the 4th.
She's not. But is she not really?
No, she's the 3rd. Maybe from what I'm getting for the message of that song, there's 2 things. Either one, she's just showing how she feels, and like maybe she's pointing it as like maybe she feels like the 4th baby mama, how she feels treated through the whole thing. Or maybe she's pulling out the secret that he has a 4th one. Those are my 2 epiphanies about that whole thing.
Wait, is that Snow or is that Rain?
It's a little bit of both. Let's take a look.
I mean, it ain't gonna affect me. I'm not
How
gonna
does
grab it.
How did y'all feel about the Pharrell track?
You know how I feel about it. I don't even have to say it.
So,
I don't even have to say it. You know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
In my eyes, I mean, there's beats that he's done where I'll be like, he could have kept that one. But the majority of them, he can't do no wrong to me. So, you know, nah. Yeah. He did what he was supposed to do. Now, on that song with him and A$AP Ferg, that's different. Because I like that song, but I think it's just Ferg for me, honestly. I like that song, but
I'm glad you were here because you know the first thing you would have said something about Ferg.
What would he have said?
Ferg don't get no hits.
But he does though.
He does. We talked about this right
the Rick Ross song with Jazz
I haven't heard it.
and 21 Savage and you either.
I actually forgot it came out till you just said that. No, because I knew. But you know what happened? I recently bought. I didn't tell you this. I recently bought those fucking you know they remastered the Grand Theft Auto shit. So I bought that. I've been playing San Andreas at the crib, so that's why I forgot. I forgot. I was playing San Andreas at the crib. So that, and I bought Will Smith's book, so I started reading that. So that's why I can read. Clearly, I can read if I had to read your name to call you to tell me to come to my house. Or clearly, I can read to tell you to send you my location. But I sent you my location. If I couldn't read, how could I do that?
You tell Siri to send your location.
But I don't have to do that.
I think you thought deep into that.
Nah, you want to talk about I can read. If I can't read, you can't spell.
So,
that's not right.
So yeah, what you thought about the Rick Ross joint?
I only heard it through once, like while I was driving, they were just playing through the rotation of the new music.
He looked like a Jehovah's Witness on the cover. I'll tell you that.
I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Are you prepared for Jehovah's return? Because if you're not, look at this shit.
I definitely didn't know what the fuck he was doing with this.
I'm sorry.
You know the song you found. No, baby.
You gonna sing that bitch ass nigga? Fuck him. Y'all can talk about that drink championship if y'all want. I ain't watching that shit. So
you didn't watch it?
Of course I didn't watch it. All I saw, I don't fuck with that patchy hair ass nigga. Fuck him.
Man, you gotta fuck with him.
You ain't gonna watch him talk about nothing. That shit is thick.
We're not gonna talk about the whole thing. We just gonna
you go ahead and talk about it. I'm just gonna watch
the whole thing.
No, go ahead and talk about the drink champ. Just talk about
I didn't watch part 2 yet.
I can talk about the Big Sean thing if you want.
No, I just saw it on my YouTube.
I can talk about the Big Sean thing. I can talk about the fact that he quote unquote apologized to Drake. I can talk about that, but I'm not. Fuck him. And he tried to slander Just Blaze's name. Fuck that nigga.
The funniest thing on there was the fact that this nigga, they asked him, I said, you ain't gonna go against Jay-Z? He said, nah, because he the boss. I was like,
at least he knows something. At least he's smart in that category.
I mean, he wasn't really saying too much shit, and I mean, he admitted why he didn't. I don't think he really meant like the worst thing he ever signed was like Big Sean.
He made him too much money first. That's the first thing.
Who, Sean?
When he
think
about that, y'all, he said that because he was in a hurt place. He ain't saying that shit because like that's the worst thing.
Fuck that. He was just Sean exposed him right after that, and he was just
all
with
his signees.
Keep that energy, man. If you feel that way, tell me to my face. Don't wait till you get on Nori's podcast and try to slander my name. You just in my face.
Thought he said that was the best thing he did.
Nori be drunk, okay?
And high as hell.
Yeah.
Nori don't know. Look at this shit, bro.
So, you know. No, these interviews been good so far.
I didn't watch I did watch the Wale one. That was very good.
Yeah, see, like a lot of them been good.
He actually got him to open up, which is rare. So
the fact that Kanye told them to stop hitting the air horn, that was funny.
Yeah. Oh, he did tell him that?
He was like,
well, somebody had to.
It's like for my sanity, please not do that.
He's not a sane person.
For whatever sanity he had left.
This nigga ain't fucking sane. You see his hair? What Soulja Boy say? Who cut your hair?
Soulja Boy just mad.
I started to clip that and put it on my IG page and on the Snapchat, bro. Who cut your hair?
And you know, this nigga told a story about it and said he admitted to someone cutting his hair like that.
Oh, God. Bro, somebody had to have done that purposely. Ain't no way that you just do that as an accident. That's a purposeful haircut.
Yeah, he told that nigga he wanted him to do that shit.
Oh, I knew that. I don't know why everybody else acted like it was such a shock. He purposely went to his barber and said, give me the fucking 103 right there in the corner.
And then he said when it grows out, it's going to be like art. That's why he wants it to grow out like that. I'm just like, what? Why?
I'm convinced that Kanye's brain.
Did you see the part? I don't think you seen this part.
I'm convinced that Kanye's brain is shaped like the inside of a pomegranate at this point because this thing is there's just no end to the disturbing comedy that is Kanye West. Matter of fact, that ain't even his name no more, is it? Did he legally change his name to Ye?
Yeah. That's why he.
Continue.
Did you see what he said? A comment is better than Tyler Hood?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
and the way he said it, I was like, this all the shit that Kanye is saying is coming from my hurt place right now.
Look at this fat ass shit.
Well, I kind of.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with it. Cause
I agree. Their comedy is better than top.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with that.
He's so fat shit.
It's gonna go away.
I don't think they're gonna stick.
It's sticking
Right, it's
now.
not sticking. It's rain.
It's sticking now.
It's gonna rain.
You're not looking at it right now. It's sticking.
It's gonna rain later. Are you not listening?
You talking about it's not sticking? It's not gonna stick. I'm looking at it. Do it right now.
Hopefully it sticks to your forehead then.
You probably will. Shit, who knows?
I
I'd lived a fulfilled life if that happened.
Hope you take a shit and you ain't got no toilet paper on the seat.
I got baby wipes at home. Man.
Hope you run out.
Just bought them whole. You want another one? Keep
hope,
on going.
Hopefully you wipe as a hole that go rip through.
I'll just wash my hands afterward.
You sick.
Gotta get clean somehow. How would you do it?
Grab more than one. That way you don't rip a hole. Should have said that. Now,
At least I don't have no shame in my game.
They said
with finger playing your ass.
No, I ain't say all that.
Crazy. He said it was gonna be. It's about to be 4 people to face up in the person.
Yes, this nigga said it's gonna be happening. What, a rapper, producer?
I mean, I'm not about to debate that just because of the mere fact of his production catalog is as prolific as his so-called rap career. So,
Nigga pretty much said he'd be anybody.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it.
At this point, Drake and Hov is probably the only niggas that could go toe with him in the verses. That's just me being
what?
honest. Yeah.
Wayne?
Wayne?
Little Wayne?
Oh, yeah.
Where he was.
Well, that's a little hard. No, listen to me. Listen to me. You wanna know why? Because if you think about it, most of the shit that
if we playing
Wayne feature verses, yes. But if we talking about just solo Wayne work, and I'm not talking about mixtapes, I'm talking about albums.
We can do mixtapes because they're this.
But I'm saying if they be like don't play no mixtapes on.
I'm still okay with that.
I ain't saying Wayne couldn't. I'm just saying that's too easy. Not because of the lyrical content, but it's just like
too easy of a win or too easy of a loss.
Too easy of a win.
Okay, I was just making sure we're on the same page. It's not gonna be that bad.
And that's not to say that Kanye is a better rapper than Wayne, because he's not. That's not to say that, and feeling how I feel about Kanye, I'm just saying Wayne makes better songs. I might be wrong, but I'm entitled to my opinion. But
together too.
There's too many people that be on Kanye nuts too hard. That's too easy of a win. Just on some politics shit. It's not morally right. It shouldn't happen, but it will. That's my whole point. I'm not saying that's going to
listen to this Juice WRLD.
The song?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it. I just now.
Okay.
But I mean, I've heard good shit on it. It was trending on Twitter for a second.
I don't even know if I want to hear that.
I mean, as far as the Juice WRLD track record, Mac Miller, Pop Smoke, all those posthumous albums so far, the only one that's kind of like lacking in the back is Pop Smoke's posthumous albums and songs. It's just because most of the shit wasn't finished and they just kind of like throw some shit together and throw it out.
Right.
Mac Miller's was actually finished, and it's just like you just gotta like Mac Miller and listen to it.
Right.
And then there's what's the name? Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD had hella music that's stacked up.
Right. Yeah.
So we just pushing it out.
There's also a documentary coming out with him. I don't know if it's coming out the same as the album, or is that the documentary supposed to come out later?
Who's doing the documentary?
It's supposed to be HBO. That's probably not gonna come out till later.
Not until probably 20. Matter of fact, we are coming up around his birthday.
But don't you think they would have did some type of?
I'm talking more so about the album.
Okay.
Because the documentary, you're right, that's gonna come out probably 2022, where they're gonna just we dropped it right after the album dropped, probably that same week.
Okay.
That's what I would think, but. Or the week of the album, I'm like, we're gonna drop Juice WRLD's documentary so you can catch up on Juice WRLD when the album drops to go listen to it. Is it gonna be a part, or is it just gonna be like a whole thing? Because I heard two different things.
Okay.
I would like it to be in person, though. That'd be kind of cool. If it's like, if they got that much info on it.
They should.
On a funnier note, French Montana was supposed to drop an album. It didn't
He didn't drop?
He dropped another song on it.
It didn't happen.
I really want to hear this amnesia bullshit.
I got amnesia right now.
I got amnesia and I forgot that she was tweaking. I got amnesia. I forgot you thought you was.
You dropped another song.
Them gentrified braids in your hair.
Yeah,
got amnesia.
Another song with a feature. I forgot the fuck it was. I just looked.
No, it looked like with Fabio Foreign. Okay.
Yes, I know Fabio, and then I really
did he at least come out with the video too? Let's see if he came out.
Nope.
With it.
I really don't care as a video. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck with me, get a bag. Outside's a video. Basically, the two songs you heard beforehand. If you actually,
I never listened to one of those songs. I haven't listened to this song, Panicking. We got with Fabio Foreign. He should have came out with a video also. That way, it will be more gravitating to go to. Like
right now, it's set for release next week on the 19th.
Oh, okay.
And NLE Chopper's Me Versus Me will drop December 17th.
Wait a minute.
And he came out with 2 new songs.
Today?
No, one song. This was last week. Jumpin'.
Oh yeah, I gotta hear that. I only heard snippets on TikTok.
So,
Apology at the best.
saying that Talib Kweli has responded to what Kanye said about him.
Oh, what did he say?
He said in a lengthy Instagram post, hold on. Kanye told me that he has a severe drinking problem. He said his brother would bring him Grey Goose first thing in the morning. Then he tried to convince me to stop drinking, so it was weird to see him throwing back shots on Drink Champ. I played Kanye the new unreleased Black Star album. He said it was the best thing he'd heard since Dark Fantasy. So it was weird to hear him say he never liked my raps. Kanye privately told me, you see the coonery? I'm not done yet.
I see how it's going.
Kanye privately told me that he no longer supports Trump, but then continued to publicly show support for Trump. He blamed his support for Trump on Rick Rubin. He also said that Rick Rubin is the one who told him to link with Candace Owens. I thought it was weird for him to pass the buck like that. When I saw him on my birthday at Dave's show, Dave Chappelle, just last month he was warm and gracious. He came by himself with no entourage or security. That was dope. I was DJing and he sat next to me, sometimes mouthing the words to his old songs and smiling when I dropped songs that he sampled. I did, however, have mass Brooklyn dudes with classic baseball caps with me that day, so maybe he wanted to say he didn't like my raps, but chose not to due to that. He mentions this on Drink Champs. Funny thing is, though, all my squad, including me, got love for Ye. None of us love his drunk rhetoric, though. The baseball hat jab is hilarious. The disrespect of my rhyme skills is subjective opinions. None of that matters to me. What does matter to me is truth and accountability. Kanye is an amazing artist, but MAGA is terrorism. January 6th proved that no amount of deflection changes that fact. I say all this to say apology accepted. Do y'all see why I don't like him? Does anybody see why?
I see why, but it's hard to ignore some guy.
So much entertainment.
It's so much. It's just so much, bro.
It's not hard, dude.
Let's not forget the group text.
Niggas be too. Not y'all.
Group text, yeah, bro.
Not y'all, but niggas be too. Niggas be too.
Money to only you.
We can't. And here's the thing.
Niggas be too wrapped
Who
up.
all did he put in this group chat?
His wife.
Jay.
You know, say that name last. Keep going. Though.
His wife, Drake. I forget who else.
His wife, Drake.
You can look it up. It's like free information. You can Google
He
it.
said Taylor Swift, if I'm not mistaken. Not Taylor Swift.
I'm trying to message her to say that shit.
Somebody else. Who the fuck was it? I think
Pusha
T, Travis Scott,
Scott.
and then Jay. The main names. Mind you, he just said maybe 10 minutes prior, 10, 20 minutes prior to that Drink Chance interview that Jay was his boss. The message he said, and I'll quote, I'm richer than all you motherfuckers combined.
Wow.
With what? Money, knowledge, power.
You still want to do it here with my fingers?
Oh man.
I'm just saying here.
Does anybody see?
How is your boss and you make more money than him?
Do you see why I hate him?
How did your wife
Kanye
get you out
is
of
the
your
literal
debt,
definition.
Kanye
is a literal definition of a walking contradiction. He contradicts himself in
but I love Yeezys though.
Everything that he says privately, and there's a private Kanye, and there's the public one. The public one loves to shit on all of his friends. The private one wants to tell everybody how great they are, and like, oh, you this, you that. But then you go on a public platform like Drink Champs and literally contradict everything that you done told these people in private. You was just with Big Sean 2 days before the interview, talking about the worst thing you ever did was sign him. Why you ain't telling him that when you was standing in his face? Says boy, and he's supposed to be from Chicago. Fuck him.
You want to fight this man?
I do actually. I really do. I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna fight him with this. I'm gonna put them big ass boots he just put. I'm gonna put them bitches on so you feel me too.
Make sure you save all that clip and make that a main clip we post on the channel.
I ain't scared of him. What are you gonna do? Come for my mama?
Hey, I ain't saying
ruin my life. I ain't scared of Kanye West.
Over here playing with hand sanitizer bottles.
He got me mad because he do got me mad, but it's not to the point where it's gonna affect my daily life. So
I know he got you all that just mad shit.
The baby.
You mean Baby Jesus is back or some shit?
Back on my Baby Jesus shit.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I gotta give you flowers. You're right. They all just sound fucking same.
I thought that was gonna go somewhere else. I promise.
It did. I thought it did too.
I thought that was gonna go somewhere else.
Like he's gonna, yeah. I feel like it's like it's
like insert other songs from this project here.
Yeah.
What
the draw song? I can't believe I got even say draw song. But anywho, the song draws.
This is a song called Draws?
Yes.
Is that the song you was quoting earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, baby.
That's like the song that's supposed to be the single because he put out a video for it, and he literally, I think in the video he has his daughter holding ladies' underwear. I think.
Do y'all think Yeezys are more successful than Jordans?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I'll just make sure.
They're getting their rise into the shoe population.
You know how long he got to be out with those shoes to surpass Jordans?
Jordan has to stop baking.
But I'm saying, you know how long? Michael Jordan would literally have to stop making production on all his shoes.
Jordan would have to stop. Because he's already third, if you want to be that with Nike, because they sell like everything. So he's third, and that's not bad. It's only considering we're not talking about Adidas itself. We're talking about Jordan is the leader for like Jordan, Nike, Yeezy, then Adidas.
Yeah.
Then comes Puma, Asics, etc., etc., etc. It just kind of opens up with his shoes. He kind of opens up this different light or different style of like being extra and eccentric. Mm-hmm. And it's like in a plain sense, like these. Let's be real here. Yeezys look like Piccolo shoes from Dragon Ball Z.
They don't look like Piccolo shoes.
Some of them look decent.
They look like giant sponges.
And then the thing, I love them. I love these. They're
crazy as hell. Not the gym shoes.
Then there's Yeezy Crocs. So he made his own Crocs.
What the fuck is that? This shit look like a giant corn kernel.
Okay.
What is that? He better put these out.
That's his Yeezy. I'm gonna call that. That's what I call that one. Every shoe that Kanye dropped is just a variant of another shoe. That is the Yeezy.
First of all his shit is based on slavery.
The Yeezy. I mean, but here's the thing though. We can't say it's not a good marketing that Kanye took over.
I'm not saying that.
And then we can't say like that it doesn't have the potential to take over.
Here you go, I found it. What the fuck is this?
I can tell you. So you can't even hold it.
What is that?
Yeezy Ugg boot.
That's literally the fucking foam wave runner with a fucking what would you say this is made of? Right here, this part of this coat. What would you say this is made of? Whatever it is, it's one of these wrapped up in like a burrito, stuffed inside of it.
Okay, we're talking about that. Then you gotta go back to the point. Then we gotta go back to the what's that Moon Man shoe that Nike made?
Which one?
Air Max.
No, not the Air Max.
That shit was stupid too. That was supposed to be a movie only thing. Why you just out here wanting self-tying laces?
Can we talk about how Will Smith is literally doing a book tour and coming out with a movie in all the same month?
What's the problem with that? I see your face.
Crazy.
Why is it crazy? He just put out a book.
No. And all this like
While he just put out a book.
Okay. Also, his wife with the future thing. That shit. You ain't
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
like that shit is a little wild.
You think he gives a fuck?
He don't give a fuck though.
I wish I could obtain Will Smith and Omarion levels of not giving a fuck. What the fuck is that?
That's what Nike made. They're Mars yards. So can we really come at Kanye for it?
Yes.
No.
Because guess what? Even though Nike put that out, we really just need to come at the motherfucker who designed them, not them. They put it out, but that's like saying we gotta blame Adidas for Yeezys. We can't. Kanye designs every piece of shoe that they've ever made. So, with that being said, we can't come at the company. We have to come at whoever designed it. If you can find whoever designed that shoe, then we come for him.
Look up Gary Payton's glove Nike shoe.
Oh, the gloves? I love the gloves.
The gloves are nice.
I never said it wasn't, but everything comes from a variation of another shoe.
That's why I always say Kanye has a variant.
He must be a variant because I don't know where the real Kanye went, but this nigga is.
Oh my god!
I think Kanye, the real Kanye.
He was talking about Kanye all this day.
So you just he's over your head. I think you get it now.
Repeat what you just said.
I said Kanye is a variant. I don't know where the real Kanye went, but that's not
the
him.
old Kanye, straight from the old Kanye. Made us Kanye last message to us to help say find him.
Yeah, like please find me because this nigga's about to take the game.
Still, we was talking about Gucci having a clone. Maybe Kanye has a clone.
Kanye ain't no damn clone.
So Gucci is really making
his ass was a lot of
Xbox.
Who did what?
Gucci is making an Xbox.
Gucci's making an Xbox, or they're partnering with Xbox to make a Gucci themed Xbox.
Right.
How much is that gonna be?
A rack.
Probably.
Is that the new Xbox?
I mean, somebody made his own Nintendo. It wouldn't be the first time we had an artist do something. Y'all.
My mouth shut.
Here you go. I got the key back. Say what you got to say. Nah. Say it. Speak your mind, dog. Because I ain't gonna lie. So we gotta go back to the game one more time. That thing was not
going to cost $10,000. Only 100 of them are made.
I mean, I don't know why they put information out like that for the average consumer. Like,
I mean, because you might want to be one of the 10 people. You want 100 people.
And then also,
the snow stopped.
Will be available for purchase on the 17th.
Don't matter to me. I won't be purchasing it.
It's
ugly ass boot. What the fuck is this thing?
It's not bad. I like that.
What do you think the inside of this shoe feels? Just by looking at it.
Yeah, it's just a Gucci skin on it.
Just about looking at it. This shit looks like it's made out of cardboard. What do you think the inside of this shoe feel like?
The YouTuber that I watch, he said it's very uncomfortable because it runs small.
That shit look like the shit that Peter Pan be wearing. You know, the shit you pull.
No, that's the Piccolo shit. That's the Piccolo shit. I'm telling you, that's just easy.
That boot look like this with this shit stuffed in it.
Literally easy Crocs.
Yeah. Crazy.
Easy Crocs. Ball runners, easy Crocs. What is that?
Okay, so anybody listen to Lion Eyes, Lil Durk? No.
Lion Eyes, listen to that song. It was nice.
It was cool. Yeah, it was cool.
It was nice. Nothing bad, nothing good about it.
Now, him saying that this next album will have no skips is a little arrogant.
He probably mad because of that shit French Montana said.
Okay. All right.
I mean, am I wrong? Come on now. You'd be pissed too if French Montana said.
What was that you were saying about Soulja Boy?
Oh, we gotta go back. I gotta go back to the drip chest. Game was not wrong in what he said about that verse. He did great by not putting that on Dollar.
I will agree with that.
I mean, we gotta give him credit for some of the shit he said on there.
Okay, I don't have to give him
I ain't credit, but I mean, he's not wrong.
What did he say? Are you giving him credit for?
That Soulja Boy's verse that he sent in the
That verse is garbage.
in terms of what we talking about, yeah.
I know you say.
I'm trying to think about what else that I was taking from that because it was like that was a 2-hour packed interview and Kanye was just talking.
Who cut your hair?
There was something else he said. Oh, I mean, it was funny, but I didn't disagree with it. The way he said, like, because I mean, as far as the voting thing, I think it was just more so funny than it was like a diss or anything. When he was saying Kamala Harris got 95% of the women's vote, he said, "Do you think Drake was running?" That was pretty accurate. I mean, shit, you would have thought like Drake or some male artist was running the way that popularity soared. But I mean, that was a semi-factual thing. At least Kanye knew he was gonna name drop.
Who cut your hair? Who cut your hair?
Face.
Your shit fucked up, nigga.
That's all I wanted to say.
The man, you know the funniest part about that entire clip? The man proceeds to talk shit about a man who has patches in his head but got the nerve to have beads in his head. See the irony?
Yeah. He basically did the Lil Yachty and shit. Basically.
I guess they made up because I saw a tweet this morning that said that they made up.
They text this made up.
Some of them, sorry I ain't tell you. I'm sorry I ain't tell you, bro. Like, nigga, fuck you. I would never fuck with you again off that shit. Nigga. You could have just told me.
What's his name looks so uncomfortable next to him apologizing?
Who?
Kanye? Yeah.
And Jay Prince?
Yeah.
It's because niggas in the game is afraid of Jay Prince. Literally. That's literally like, that's why Pusha T stopped going at Drake's neck. Niggas are afraid of Jay Prince.
But do you see how they just look so uncomfortable? Kanye felt awkward and Jay Prince just...
Kanye always look like that around people like that. In positions of power. Think about it.
I mean, being a personal Gemini myself, I think ain't nothing worse than Gemini with bipolar. Because one, most Gemini already indecisive. But nigga, it's rough.
It's just sad. Ever since Kanye went off his meds, it's just been a non-stop roller coaster ride.
I mean, I guess it all comes down to how shit been for him when he was up and coming. Losing your mama, car accident.
That came before that.
I mean, I'm not going in order. I'm just naming. I know the order. I know the order, sir.
I blame Amber Rose.
His dating life has also been kind of up and down.
I blame Amber Rose. She didn't even do shit, but I just blame
I'm not gonna blame her per se, but I'm gonna blame Kanye's dating life because I feel like he just kind of was just jumping into shit just to make scenes.
Funny as hell.
Come on, man. Do you really have any business dating Amber Rose? He knew what he was stepping into with Amber Rose. He just did it just to do it. And then the whole thing with him and Kim K, I think that was a real, real love story.
He really loved her.
Yeah, it really was. Things coming out of his mental state, he kind of just jumped into that and made it thousands.
Kanye is the first man to ever run Kim Kardashian away, not the other way around. Think about it.
Yeah. But he's not the first man to get done by Kim K.
No, listen what I'm saying. I heard you. He's the first man to run her away, not the other way around. Usually she get rid of him. Bye-bye.
Kanye got rid of her.
Kanye pushed her away. He's the first person to ever do that.
I mean,
she pushed herself away. He pushed her away.
You air out all your dirty laundry on your election polls, crying and shit.
Oh yeah, that would have been the last straw for me. I served that nigga before taxes immediately.
Talking about that's damn near like what happened 2-3 weeks later.
No, I would have did it the next day. Like I don't give a fuck how long it take. Draw it up now. Look at a template. Get it to him.
Get this nigga a screenshot of it.
Man, like it's coming, motherfucker. In the next week. Prepare for it.
Because you got to think about it. The man did say, and I quote,
he almost aborted his daughter.
Right. Why she was
In front of white. You said it in front of white.
No, fuck that.
People. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck if his wife
In front of
is
your
white.
wife.
That too.
In front of your wife.
He needs some help, man.
Yeah, but
When he gets some help, like real help, then I'll probably fuck with him again. But right now, no. Maybe when he turned 50, he'll have more sense. Because his 40s, he's going to be tweaking the entire decade. Watch. I thought his 30s were bad. Shit.
Let's talk about that Silk Sonic.
Yeah. That's what we get to next. Yeah, it's definitely good.
This bitch got me paying the rent.
And y'all already took over TikTok.
I felt the whole song. I ain't gonna lie to you.
This bitch got me paying the rent, boy.
I like that. Oh no, yeah, I like that. That shit was cold too.
That's a top 10 album of the year right there.
Man,
That's a 10. I don't give a fuck with nobody.
that album was beautiful. I think everybody was just waiting for it.
Yeah, me definitely because I think what Leave the Door Open came out last year.
Mm-hmm. Did it? I don't know. I think it came out of the top
Early
of the
this
year.
year. Oh, okay. It felt like it came out last year, but
Yeah, it came out in March.
I think
it came out in March.
I think it's because I was thinking
Motherfuckers actually built up the anticipation instead of just
yeah,
putting the album out with no single and shit.
And then putting just songs around, scattering them out.
Or releasing songs that ain't gonna be on the album. You just releasing songs just to release them.
I like that.
It seemed like they finished it pretty quickly because it's only 9 songs, but it's a great 9 songs.
Right, and that's the thing. You don't get too many people that can do a short track and it's all packed with good shit.
Right, exactly. So yeah, we
Tell
go.
that to the Dirk fans.
Nah, I did like the After Last Night joint that had Thundercat.
That's no shade to Lil Durk. So just say y'all know straight to his fans, not to him. So
777 was cool.
Yeah, that was good.
I like how they closed that with Blast Off.
Yeah. This is gonna be on repeat for a while.
For sure.
Definitely.
I mean, it's irrelevant, but has anybody heard any update on what they're going to do with Aura?
on who?
Aura. Robert Kelly.
I thought they put him under jail already.
He's been in jail, but I don't know how many years he's been. I'm just curious.
I don't know what they're doing with Sylvester. We don't know Sylvester's situation.
Yes, you do. I don't.
We at the Cold Hard Facts podcast don't support, no care about what the hell is going on with Sylvester.
I still listen to his music.
I didn't say that you didn't have to. I'm just saying we at the Cold Hard Facts podcast
Oh, we
don't condone nor care about what the fuck is going on with Robert Sylvester Kelly. We don't care.
Double Up was one of his best
hope.
albums.
Double Up did what?
Was one of his best albums, though.
That shit had a rock star on it. You might want to rethink that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna forget about Real Talk. I'm a Flirt. Same Girl.
You getting way too defensive. I'm bitching one song and here you go.
I was like,
Damn.
damn.
Did anybody listen to 2 bonus tracks on the 2 Chainz?
Yep.
Yes.
Thing that y'all like them too?
Yeah, it makes me want to go. Well, not those songs in particular, but I really wish I could go to the show.
Yeah, I wish I could too.
I probably could go, but you know, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But Derek was earlier said he regrets signing the show, though. So
We didn't even talk about that.
yeah,
we
we
kind
kind
of
of
glossed over
We
that.
crossed over it and just left it there because it's
We
like
gotta bring that back.
we don't believe.
That's a big time.
I think because we don't believe the bullshit that he's saying.
I don't either, but still, let's talk about it.
call his bluff, but go ahead. You can start off because I already know how you feel.
Oh,
Let John speak.
I already said what I had to say.
No, I didn't hear it. So what did you say?
I said he made that man too much money, and I felt like, okay, if he felt like that for real, that shit probably wouldn't get past second album.
He was coming from a hurt place.
So
What he so
and
hurt
then
about?
he wouldn't.
What did Sean do?
The reason why. Oh, that's the part I didn't tell you. So the reason why
it has something to do with him running for fucking president.
Yeah, they didn't support him. And he was like, "Nigga, I changed your life situation. You ain't."
Can I ask you a question? You like Kanye? You like Kanye? Correct. Did y'all support his presidential campaign? So what the fuck is wrong with him? A lot of your fans didn't support your damn presidential campaign, but it's because it's two niggas that you feel like. I guess technically speaking, I guess they owe you something because you gave him a chance.
He definitely gave him. Well, but, John Legend didn't really need the chance. He was already out there. He just kind of assisted that.
I'm gonna have to think about that one.
When did he sign it? When did John sign the good music?
2003, 2004. He was one of the first artists to sign the good music.
What came out prior to around that same time he got signed?
What song?
Yeah.
Like song of his?
Yes.
What's that? I Used to Love You?
Ordinary People.
That was after that.
Was it? That was
same album, but different. Yeah. That was a different year. Because Used to Love You came out in 04, then the album came out, the Get Lifted album came out in 04, but Ordinary People wasn't released as a single to 2005.
Anything, my point is, he didn't really need that much help from Ye versus.
Hell no, because Ordinary People was a bigger single than Used to Love You. Used to Love You was produced by Kanye.
My point is, I don't think John Legend really needed that Ye thing. He could have probably.
John Legend could have signed to anybody.
He wouldn't have been as big, but
probably I don't know. I don't know if it's because I don't know. We really don't know if Kanye being signed to Kanye was the reason that John Legend has because if you think about it, Kanye and John Legend pretty much came up together.
That's what
because both their first albums dropped the same fucking year.
That's
my
point.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my point.
I don't know if because I kind of agree with him. I don't know if we can attribute John Legend's success to Kanye because Kanye wasn't even. He was a big success in the producing market. But he hadn't ascended to stadium rapper yet. You know what I'm saying? This was backpack rapper Kanye. So and then he said he wasn't a backpack rapper. I did see that. You bitch ass nigga. You just contradicted everything that you've ever said in your life and ever done.
Now he finally claiming that he was from Atlanta and shit. Well, he never discredited it. Now he's saying it like.
I hope he don't have another listening event ever here if he got that energy.
He ain't.
Don't you ever come back to my city on no listening events? You're not from here.
Then he's talking about he was from West.
That's like a nigga saying he from fucking Cal City. Yeah, bro, I'm from Chicago. I'm from the trenches. I'm from over. No, you're not. You're from some trenches, but you ain't from Chicago.
You from Sibley.
You off Sibley, nigga.
From Sibley, shut up. You haven't went past.
Like I grew up off Austin, and you grew up off Sibley. We are not the same.
Here with the you ain't went no further.
Your experience on Austin was through your family members. I had to live this shit every day.
You ain't go past 140.
And that's not to say that life on Austin and life on Sibley is any different because it's not. Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be getting blowed down by Austin, motherfuckers be getting blowed down by Sibley. There's no difference. But still.
Okay, y'all thoughts on Big Sean saying
I already said what I said.
I want to relax, just cause.
Yeah, I know. You're the main event for this shit. I said what I said. Kanye just calls his bluff. You ain't just mad about the whole election thing. I mean, Kanye just holds a grudge. That's it. He's a child that holds a grudge.
Kanye is an overgrown child.
Yeah, he's just holding a grudge, and he's about
I don't mean to be insensitive because I understand. I have lost a parent, but I can imagine how that feels. But this nigga is literally an overgrown ass man still crying for his mother.
Well, I mean,
that's not me making fun of him. That's the truth. That's a problem. Somebody needs to help him. All these people around him literally tell him yes, but they don't want to set him off.
Take a horse to water.
Kanye don't have nothing but a bunch of yes men around him. Think about it.
You can take a
look at his face. He know it.
Again, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
And Pusha T, one of the biggest ones. I said what I said.
You never answered that question. I asked him who was better between them two.
I want to talk about that.
I still don't think his art hasn't really affected. Not that much.
What you mean?
On the production side, he hasn't lost it.
Because they not really.
He never will. Because that shit is
put his feelings.
That shit is like sleeping.
He ever do his song.
But we do know Kanye don't write his raps, right? We established that. Yeah. So it doesn't matter what he says on the track. When you listen to a Kanye album, if you know better, you're not listening to what he's saying. You're listening for what he's doing. Now, what he's saying, he can say anything. Lift yourself, prove that.
Because when did he stop?
So,
when did he stop writing his own shit?
Lift yourself, prove that.
Stopped writing? You said stop?
He never started.
He
Shit.
did write some of his shit in the beginning.
Yeah, College Dropout.
Dropout was
like,
his.
it was like a mixture.
I believe.
Like, Rhyme Fest did help though. Rhyme Fest
wrote most of the album.
yeah,
Where is he now?
at first.
I believe.
I have no,
He's doing community work.
right, yeah, he's in Chicago.
Good black person, shoot.
I believe.
Only thing Kanye did for this city in the last 5
He
years
wrote
is have an independent
He
soldier.
wrote most of that shit on Late Generation too. Late Registration. That's the
He
generation.
sure did. Niggas don't even know that. My favorite rapper is a fraud. Y'all talk all that shit about Drake. Look at that big-headed, big-jawed motherfucker.
He never. So that's
That's why he can't go through a metal detector.
That's not nice.
I know. I know. Okay, I will. For this one time, I will retract the statement and say that was very mean about Kanye. That was very mean, and I apologize.
Yeah.
But I was serious about that big ass joke. I ain't playing about that.
Well, the benefit, ladies and gentlemen. John knows how you feel.
About the Big Sean thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna tell like energy towards this because
I ain't gonna say a word. I'm gonna let you have that.
I just don't see why he would. That's like I pretty much just said that. Like you were literally in front of this man 2 days ago. You've been in front of him for well over what? When did he sign Big Sean? 07? That's roughly what? 14, 15 years?
Oh wait.
Look it up for me.
The first album came out.
Finally famous.
The first album came out in 2011. I first heard who Big Sean was in 09. But I think he's been signing to good music since 07.
I'm trying to figure out when
When
it was. I think,
As quiet as it's
I
kept,
think I heard of
because quiet as it's kept, a lot of these niggas getting signed to these labels and don't
I heard
say
the
nothing.
first, I heard I didn't hear Finally Famous. The first Finally Famous.
I heard
you know
When
Big Sean.
Kanye West signed Big Sean.
because most of these niggas be,
2007. You right.
2007. According to Yahoo News.
Shut up.
I was gonna let it play. You
Oh, you
should
want me
let
to
it
hear the whole thing?
No, it's too late now. Yeah. But a lot of these niggas be signed to these labels and they don't announce it until they buzz it at a certain point.
Yeah.
Drake was signed to Young Money in 08,
Well, we all.
and he didn't say anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way that you got Bun B on your album, a whole lot of Wayne, and you ain't signed to Wayne. Like, come on now.
I mean,
At this point,
By the time that
the time So Far Gone come out,
Yeah,
people
so-
knew he just never announced it. They waited until So Far Gone had been out for a minute, and every girl dropped to say, "Oh yeah, Drake signed to us."
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj been signed to Young Money since around probably the same time. The first time I ever heard her, the first time I ever heard her, she was on a song on. Yep, she was on a song on Drop 3. A lot of people don't even know that.
I think she was on another mixtape before then.
Probably was, but that's the first time I heard her. Was on the Drop 3.
Because the Wayne fanatic that I am, I think she was on that little Louisiana mixtape. The one
It was
that,
short of 2009 Lil Wayne signed Drake.
That's what was announced.
To his
announced.
new label,
Yeah, that was announced at that time. But yeah, Nicki
That's
Minaj was
when he signed him to Young Money.
okay.
I'm telling you, he had been signed there for a minute.
He was on Aspire Music Group in 08.
So,
That's around when Replacement Girl was trending around in 07.
but all that to say is, I
Look up Nicki. Now look up Nicki.
hate when people will act one way in front of somebody and then get on a public platform and trash their name public. Like, you've had every opportunity for years to tell this man that you had to be.
Way.
But you had every opportunity for the last 14 years to tell this man that you were signing him. Just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't do it. You waited until you got a couple shots in you to say, when I die, I'm going to be remembered. I want my tombstone to read. That's disrespectful. I want my tombstone to read. The worst thing I ever did was sign Big Sean. One of your highest earners over the last 10 years. And you regret.
Basically,
You regret.
Because look at all the people that.
Other than himself, yes.
Because who's all on good music right now?
Right now,
Yeah.
the same people that was on there before. Just a couple people are on, but pretty much the same core group. Kanye,
I'm guessing
Sci-Hi.
is
Sci-Hi still. Tiana Taylor is still signing good music.
Okay.
Yes, I believe. Look that up. I'll do it.
I'm already on it. Yay, Travis, Pusha T. Slow. Still. I'll show more. Yay, Travis, Pusha T, Cudi, 70 Shake, Mike Dean, Sci-Hi Prince, Sean, Consequence, Tiana Taylor, Designer, Sheck West.
Designer's not signing it anymore. He said that.
It's a lot of people that you know.
They're just going through the list.
Right,
I'm just
yeah.
listening.
At a time.
Yeah, okay.
Some of those.
Okay. Current / at a time were signed. Sheck West, Casey Hill, Valee, Clips, John Legend, Tyga, Malik Yusuf, Mr. Hudson, No ID, GLC, Hit Boy, Common, Keisha Cole.
Boy is definitely just affiliated.
Kanye is definitely not signed to it.
Right.
It gets expanded more. Keisha Cole, Charlie Wilson, Mos Def.
That sounds like affiliation.
Yeah, really. A lot of it.
Let me see what I can see.
Oh, you want me to do it?
So, according to what I'm looking at, the current acts signed to Good Music are Kanye, Pusha T, Q-Tip, I knew that, 070 Shake, Valet, and Sheck West.
I didn't even know Sheck West was signed to
Neither did I.
I thought he was signed to Travis.
Former acts, GLC, Tony Williams, Common, Consequence, John Legend, Malik Yusuf, Big Sean, Kid Cudi, Mr. Hudson, Mos Def, Tiana Taylor, Designer.
Damn, so yeah,
Everybody's jump ship. They're gone because they can't deal with that nigga. That's really it. They too nice to him to say so. Kanye don't live around nothing but a bunch of yes men who tell him yes all the time. Why? Because they don't want him to go.
It
off
just
on
made me think about this. I know this is not a wrestling podcast, but it made me think about how long ass time ago in wrestling, Paul Heyman came to the fucking ring and chewed Vince McMahon's head off, and talked about how his father was a better owner than him, and how he basically went against all of his father's words and took over every wrestling company and turned it into sports entertainment. And his also WWE's product does look fucked up right now, halfway. Like
halfway, about 75% at this point. Because one, you get all these main talents, keep them on the main card to not do nothing, and then release them because you can't figure out what to do with them.
That sounds like Birdman.
That's about right. You don't know what to do with them, so you just keep signing them just to throw away like toys. You're acting like a child that goes to the toy store with their mom, buys all these toys for you. No, when you go to a regular store and you see toys, you're like, I want that. You get these, I want this, I want that. Now, after a week or so, you get bored of them. I don't want it anymore. And it's past the point of the return policy, so now it just sits there. You got to hope for somebody else to want it.
Yeah.
Another man's trash, another man's trash. Because watch AEW, Japan, etc., etc. Sign all these people in 3 months, and they had the best runs of their careers.
Yeah.
And a company that's not even as big as they use Big Toe.
Yeah.
Big Toe?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, the money and revenue that WWE brings in versus the revenue that other companies have brought in don't even make up an equivalent of maybe 20% of what WWE makes on the regular. Maybe New Japan might be able to siphon out a little bit more because it's New Japan, but during the COVID, yeah, kind of like that colorway. During the COVID, that kind of just cuts in half everything. Because they have to stop. Especially if it's stronger in other countries where it's how it's like with semi-control in the U.S.
Damn.
Yeah. Running them empty arena shows, having a stadium where they can have fans on the TV screen. They get semi-interactive during the pandemic. They knew what they was doing. It's just that stupid when it comes to the talent they sign. It's like a lot of artists are stupid to people they sign. Or disrespect the people they sign. But then again, we don't never know how the true inside of it is. And we all gotta realize Kanye's a dick anyway. T-Pain told me that too.
Oh yeah,
He's talking about that recording Good Life. Had a whole session based on them calling him trash.
Oh, I don't that one.
Mm-hmm.
He also it was a song. I think T-Pain had this whole story where he said he hate Kanye West and why he hates him. He basically said he stole one of his lines and used it in Also Paul. I think was the song was the line where you put the song in. I think something about the Urkel line. It was the Urkel line. I can't remember exactly how the line went, but yeah, basically T-Pain had that first. He took it from T-Pain, told T-Pain it was whack, and used it for itself.
So. That sounds like some shit Kanye do.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is when they was recording Good Life.
Oh, what was that? What exactly happened?
Give me 1 second. What's up?
Because I don't remember that one. I really don't. Sorry, you guys. We're in the intermission during the podcast.
I ain't no intermission. I pretty much just said everything I had to say about.
While T-Pain doesn't show up for credits of Kanye West's Auto-Tune Festival Airways and Heartbreaks, the Tallahassee artist was present during the recording of the album. He worked as a vocal coach of sorts for West, outlining the proper way to use Auto-Tune, and T-Pain had the voice enhancement market cornered at the time to make sense of the best ever presidential one paint around. In a recent interview with Black TV, T-Pain claims that the process wasn't enjoyable as you would think. He recalls one instance where Kanye put him on blast at a studio session and that everyone presented joined in. He came up with this song. For me, and it wasn't a good song. T-Pain says it was basically describing how what my ideas was and that I was coming up with. And he made everybody in the studio join in with him to sing like T-Pain shit is weak. T-Pain shit is weak. He also says the song was pretty lyrical, which impressed him in a weird way. I actually thought he should have put that on record at some point, but it would have been a diss record. I thought that was pretty fucked up. So yeah, pretty much he had everybody in that studio session saying T-Pain shit is weak. T-Pain. He made a whole diss track for him.
And then publicly, I remember he brought T-Pain on stage after he won a BET Awards and said, everybody needs to work with this guy or something. This is the future of music or something like that. Embraced like big embraced T-Pain too. That's great. The new did he say the new T-Pain is future on the Drake Chess interview or something?
He said
the future is the future or something like that.
Future is the most influential person of this decade. I didn't disagree. That's the other thing I was thinking about. He wasn't wrong.
He's still a scumbag though. It's his future.
Well, he'd rather hang with Jada.
Right.
You know.
And made T-shirts, bro.
I definitely thought about it.
And I love Will Smith, but I almost bought one just because that's funny.
Because that is fucking hilarious.
That's just funny. But you before we end, you were saying something about you thought it was strange how he's promoting a book and a movie at the same time.
I thought it was strange that like that shit came, then movie and book all in that span.
I want to say this.
So busy.
The book has been in the works for a long time. I found out the book was being written around like July, August.
Okay.
So he been announced that on his Instagram. I don't know if you follow him.
I don't think I follow Will.
And then he had been working on the King Richard movie. He also said he was working on that on his Instagram. Yeah. So, yes, it is interesting that all of these things line up. But And then the whole thing with his wife, like that's been going on for the better part of what, 2 years now almost. So no, a year. I'm sorry, better part of a year now. So about a year and a half. So it's not necessarily. I don't think it's meticulous. I think it's just a coincidence. You know that all this shit is adding up.
Yeah.
You know, he got a book came out 2 days ago. His next movie comes out in 8 days. You know.
Yeah, that's.
He's on a prolific run, man. That nigga ain't stopping.
Right. Exactly.
He ain't letting people's opinions about his relationship waver him. He gonna speak on how he feel about it. That's why I bought the book. I want to see what he gonna say about it. Apart from him being my favorite actor now, that's out right now. You know, people need to stop. People need to stop being so judgmental about things that they wouldn't do. If you wouldn't do it, fine. You are entitled to have an opinion about it. But after that, just leave it alone. Let it be. If you ain't gonna be the type of motherfucker to share your husband or wife with other people, then okay, that's completely fine. And if you are, we may not. We, and I'm not talking about we is in this room. But we is whoever you talking to might not agree with it. But at the end of the day, we're gonna let you do what you do. You never know what a motherfucker do till they do it.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers say they won't do something, then they get a taste of it. And then it's like, oh yeah, we gonna run with this now. A lot of you niggas be in open relationships anyway, and you won't be telling nobody. So, you know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say.
Oh, man.
Case closed, really.
They just, because I'm telling you right now, if this was on the other foot and Will was the one who was like saying all this stuff and things like that, these niggas is calling him a hero, I promise you. I'm done. Mic drop. I can't even drop the mic.
Yeah, you'll be paying for it, damn it. I'm not paying for it.
Cut this fucking camera off. You should stop it right there.
Okay. Will do.
Make sure you get that one where he said he's gonna fight Kanye.
You can watermark me for that one. Huh?
Wow. But,
You touch me. You don't know where I stay or none of that. I should have yellow.